what's up, everyone? It's Simon Chan. I'm here to fire you up and get you going because we all know we need some motivation like the way we need oxygen. Happy Wednesday, midweek. And before we start off, talk about how you get good at something. We're going to talk about that. Hey, this Friday, we have a social media workshop, BYOB online workshop, where I'm going to create 15, 20 pieces of content where you can post and help you get 5 new prospects by the weekend. Hey, drop in workshop in the comments. I'll send you a little bit more details. All right, everyone. Good to see you. Hey, how's your week been so far on the scale 1 to 10? Let's take a check. It is midweek. And don't forget, this is where we push hard for our goals. All right. You want to hit your goals. Work on set a weekly goal, set an income goal, right? Set a volume goal. Notice what type of activity do you need to do. So, for example, if you want to hit just getting started, you just want to hit $100. How much products do you need to sell to get to $100? Know the volume goal, and then you set your activity goal. All right, how many people you need to reach out to. So make sure you set that. And yesterday, productivity-wise, I think I got a lot of stuff, important stuff, thinking stuff done. Definitely was an 8 for me. Getting ready for the workshop on Friday. Okay, that is going to be a big one for the workshop, social media workshop. If you haven't checked it out, drop a workshop in the comments. All right, something today. How do you get good at something? Right? How do you get good at something? Think about it. If you want to get good in your business, good at what you're doing, it's the same as how you got good at anything you're doing, right? Every one of us, we are good at something we do, right? Now, you may say, I'm not good at anything. I haven't accomplished anything. Hey, you've accomplished, Rebecca, you definitely accomplished some stuff, right? Glenda, you definitely have been good at something. Maybe you're good at cooking. Maybe you can drive well. Maybe anything in life you learned. Right? When I say good, it's something you don't need to think about. It can be as simple as tying your shoes. I always use an example. You tie your shoes. How do you get started? How do you get good at it? By just doing it. Taking the first step, doing it. When kids are babies, how do they learn to walk? By just doing it. How do they learn to read? By just doing it. Right? So how you get good at anything is very simple. You just got started doing it. It may be uncomfortable at the beginning. But lately I've been doing a lot of reading about teaching kids, right? Coaching kids, sports and baseball. And it's like failing is fine, right? We learn the most when we fail. And Rebecca, it's not just practice. Practice is good, but it's actually doing it. There's some people who just practice, who never do it. They don't get good. I promise you, if you're just saying you're doing a presentation, you practice your presentation, but actually don't do it, you're not going to get much good. The person who actually goes out there and actually does their presentation will better than the person that's practicing 10. I said the person who actually does a real presentation 3 times will be way better than the person who's practicing 10 times. How do I know that? I used to make that before it became consistent. That's why I used to practice, but it was terrible. I did a real presentation. You learn so much, right? It's the same thing in sports, right? That's why I get my son as many experiences, if you follow me on social media for baseball, it's like getting them as many at-bats because it doesn't matter how much you practice, nothing replaces the real game experience, in-game hitting against a live pitcher. It's about actually going and doing it. Alyssa, good morning. Amazing morning to you too. So think about what you need to do. Stop overthinking it. Stop just keep practicing. Just do it. Go and do it. And how you got good at anything, you're doing it. You're doing it. All right. Hey, that's all I have for you today. Reminder. And you know what? Some words of encouragement. When you don't do well, that's not failure. Failure is when you quit. Failure is when you don't try. If you did a presentation, doesn't go well, that's not failure. Failure is not doing it. Failure is actually staying home and practice, actually not doing it. Right? Doing a social media post, doing a live video, doing your first one, not doing well, that's not a failure. You learned from that. But keep practicing and not taking action. That is the failure, right? Not trying is the failure. Because when you go out and do it, that's when you learn the most. You don't learn and then when things don't go well, that's okay. And actually, like I said, I've been doing a lot of personal development, coaching kids. It also applies to coaching you all as well. And when you get kids to a situation where they're not doing great at the practice, that's when they're learning the most. You got to put in a situation where they're making mistakes in practice. That's when they learn the most. So when they're at the game situation, they are not making those mistakes, right? But you got to go and do it. Hey, last thing I just want to share with you. All your dreams and goals are outside your comfort zone. Carmen, my friend, great to see you. All your dreams and goals are outside your comfort zone. If you just stay in that comfort zone, you'll never get better. And you know what? When I talk about that practicing, it brings back memory back in 2004. Okay, I was, on Monday was my 19-year anniversary as an entrepreneur. And I remember when I first got started, a lot of you know my story. I struggled for months, never made any money. And I was just practice mode, never consistent going out to people. I remember one time I had a presentation. I was hoping to get a presentation. I was just going practicing. And you know what? I still was terrible. But I remember after I did my first presentation, especially when I went to expand to a new market in Asia, the presentation didn't go well, but I learned so much from that presentation. Even today, I remember the lessons I learned. I didn't do well. I totally bombed. The person didn't sign up, didn't become a customer, but I learned more from that one presentation than all the books. I had read all the books. I remember I went out to Asia. I bought all these books on presentations. I'm studying how to present. None of it mattered. I don't remember any of it. But when I did that presentation, again, didn't get the sale, but I learned so much from that. And that led to, by the way, also that inspired me to do the second one. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Remember, all your dreams and goals are outside your comfort zone. Go take action, be bold. And don't forget, on Friday, we have an online social media workshop. And even if you can't make it, love for you to attend. I'm going to guarantee you can get your 5 new conversations by Saturday. Drop a workshop in the comments. I'll send you the link. All right, everyone. God bless. Have an awesome day. Get out there, take action, do what you need to do, and have a positive impact on someone's life. God bless.